Yo everybody guys, it is finally the weekend, which means we have our special event in rotation. This weekend it is Robo Rumble, next weekend it is Boss Fight. Now in today's video I wanted to go over some really awesome team comps that are going to be able to get you really close, if not to max keys in Robo Rumble, so that you guys can maximize your rewards out of your tickets, so that you can get the most brawl boxes out of your tickets as possible. Now we also have to talk about a really important change that just happened to Robo Rumble, which is we no longer know what map we're going to be playing on in the game mode. As you can see, we don't have a name of the map that we're going into, so this changes everything when we're trying to think up really good strategies for Robo Rumble, because now we can't have a specific team comp dedicated to a specific map. Now we have to have somewhat of a general, decently good team comp that's going to work on all of the maps that are in Robo Rumble, so that you have a fair chance on every single map. And then once we get done talking about team comps and strategies, we'll be taking the best team comp in my eyes into some Robo Rumble gameplay, gambling 20 tickets each game. It should be a good time, and hopefully we can get close, if not to max keys. Cross your fingers, let's jump right into it. Alrighty guys, so I'm just going to go briefly over the team comps and you guys can try them out for yourselves, but I guarantee that these are the best team comps in the game available to you. Now starting off with the absolute best team comp that I highly recommend you try out, that is going to be good on almost every single Robo Rumble map, is Rico, Colt, and Pam. Rico and Colt are those damage dealers. They do a lot of upfront damage so that they can take out the robots very quickly, and then Pam is there somewhat for support, and then if you get close enough to the robots, she can do a lot of damage as well. You'll be seeing Pam being somewhat of a staple brawler amongst most of the team comps. Now moving on to the second team comp that I want you guys to try out is Colt, Pam, and Barley. Now Colt is again that damage dealer. He's really good at dishing out a lot of damage. Pam there for support, like I was saying before. Now Barley is a lobber. Barley is really good, or any of the lobbers are going to be really good on most of the Robo Rumble maps, because there are a lot of walls on the Robo Rumble map, so that you can take refuge behind those and dish out massive amounts of damage. Now taking a look at both lobbers, I would say Barley is just a smidget better in Robo Rumble than Dynamite is, just because of his super. Barley's super is a game changer when going up against just the regular robots and the boss robots, but Dynamite does do a lot of damage and he can be very good on your team as well. It's just which one you're more comfortable with. So the third team comp that lost a little bit of popularity ever since we all discovered that Pam is a very viable brawler inside of Robo Rumble is Colt, Rico, and Barley. So basically take out Pam and replace the Pam with Rico. So you have those damage dealers, and then you have the lobber to back them up and deal a bunch of damage as well. So the Rico and the Colt are both really good because their supers have that piercing damage, so that they can hit more than one brawler with their supers. So once you get into the later waves and you can go up against multiple bots that are coming closer to you, you can just launch your super and then charge up your super again that way. And then Barley seems to be somewhat of another staple brawler that sees reoccurrence in most team comps in Robo Rumble, so try that one out as well. Now the fourth and final one may seem a little bit trolly, but it's not. It actually works and is all tanks. So Primo, Bull, and Daryl. Now when you take a look at it, you'd be like, what the heck, this is not going to work at all. But again, if you take a look at most of the Robo Rumble maps, they have a lot of walls. So the tankier brawlers can hide behind the walls, wait for the robots to come close, and deal massive amounts of damage, taking them out in 2 to 3 shots every single time. Now it gets a little bit tricky when you're going up against the boss, because you have to be right on top of the boss to deal a substantial amount of damage. But what you want to do is kind of go in waves. So once your Primo's on the boss, then you want to wait, and if your Primo is getting damaged, then back off a little bit, heal up to full health, and then while that's happening, your Bull and your Daryl are doing damage to the boss as well, and you just kind of take turns, and believe it or not, you'll take down the boss very quickly. So those are the 4 best Robo Rumble team comps in my opinion that are going to be good on almost all of the Robo Rumble maps. I think the exception is going to be the tankier units, the tanky team comp with the Primo, Bull, and Daryl, just because the map kind of has to fit them a little bit more. But if I were you, I would go with the very first one that we talked about. It's going to be the best for you on all of the Robo Rumble maps. Alrighty guys, so I'm joined by a couple of my good friends in the Brawl Stars community, Greg and Mister. We're going to jump into some Robo Rumble gameplay with the best team comp that I mentioned previously in the video. So we're going to be gambling 20 tickets. You guys already know, it makes it way more fun when you gamble some tickets. So we'll see how we can do on the very first game. Here we go. Alrighty guys, so let's see what map we get. I love how it's random. Okay, so we have like somewhat distinct lanes. We're gonna go mid with Pam. Hopefully Colt goes to the left. Alright, here we go. So we're rocking Pam here. And I like Pam on Robo Rumble. I never thought in my wildest dreams that she would be a viable character in Robo Rumble, but she's actually decent. She's really, really good. She's like the heart of most teams in any of your team comps in Robo Rumble. And we gotta do good, guys. We're gambling 20 tickets. It's nerve-wracking, but it's way more fun when you do that. All right, here we go. Also, the thing that you gotta kind of keep in mind with Pam, these earlier waves are gonna be really easy, but Pam excels in the later waves because she has that healing turret. Especially once you start getting pushed back and you have the bots, these brawler bots that start charging at you. You can use your turret down by your safe and group up with your team by your safe and just take refuge by your healing station. Also, if you place your healing station in front of your safe, then the robots will have to attack that first. So it just works really well. Alright, here we go. Now, another really popular team comp, like I was saying before, is replacing Rico with Barley. But I think Rico was pretty dang important, also Colt, because they have that damage there. And if you take a look at most of the Robo Rumble maps, they have insane amount of walls, so Rico really shines. Alright, we're going to toss our healing station down right there. We have the boss coming in. We're just going to get nice in close and personal. The first robot, or the boss robot, doesn't do a whole lot of damage, and we have this healing station backing us up. It seems to be the reason Pam, like I said before, I keep talking up Pam, but she's so good. The reason she is really good is because it comes a really big problem in Robo Rumble when your health gets low and you never have enough time to heal up because the waves just keep coming. So that healing station really serves its purpose with that. Alright, here we go. So we're around a minute and 52 seconds here. Alright, I'm liking the sides. Try out these sides because that ricochet has really good walls to bounce that off of. Because if you take a look at this little L shape, if Rico is over here, that L, that jutting out wall would get in his way. So make sure if you have this map, because they're all random, make sure to go Rico on the right. Alright, here we go. Okay, so I'm hoping like 6 minutes-ish. That seems to be somewhat my average, maybe a tiny bit over 6 minutes. Because once 6 minute comes in, that's when the robots start dashing, the brawler robots. And it starts getting really, really stressful and hectic. Alright, here we go. So we'll see. We'll see how we can do. We're just coming on 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and to be honest, this is still like the easy parts. It gets much, much harder. Okay, awesome. I'm excited to see how many keys we get off of this 20 ticket gamble. And we have a key doubler, I believe. I'm not sure. Okay, here we go. We'll have to see once the game is over. Alright, Rico should be able to handle that guy. We are doing A-okay. We haven't had a point in the match where we had to kind of back off, even with the boss. We're handling them really, really well. Okay. Now, once this wave ends, okay, we'll wait for the boss to go down, then we'll toss down our healing station. And the cool thing is I have the star power with Pam, so if they're close to me and I'm dealing damage, they get healed up 30 ticks per shot. So we're going to drop it here again. Alright. Okay, so at the end of each boss wave, there's only 2 robots that spawn, so you can kind of gather yourself, grasp your bearings again, because the previous wave before the boss is really, really hectic. There's like 6 or 7 bots that spawn. Alright, so we're on wave 16. Pam is just blasting through these guys. Pam is awesome. I love Pam on Robo Rumble. Okay. Got the speedy bots. Colt using the super. Awesome. Alright. So we are waiting for that 6 minute mark. That's when it's game time, guys. 6 minutes is the hardest part by far. Okay, so we got a bunch of tanky units. Rico's using his super. And his super is going to travel through the robot so he can hit more than one. Also, he's getting a lot of super back when you're hitting more than one brawler, or more than one robot. So we have 4 brawlers spawning in. We're going to take care of this sniper bot. He's not going to do enough damage to really kill us. So we can stand literally right on top of him because we got that healing station and the star power working for us. Alright, our healing station is gone. We have to kind of travel back here. There's just too many people spawning in to keep our ground. Okay, let's throw down our healing station. We're just going to keep it in the same spot. And we should be able to get our super again against this boss, or close to at least. Okay, so he's going to get distracted by the healing station, but we should, if not really, really close, get our super again. Alright, we're taking him down with ease. With ease. Okay, we got our super again. Awesome. We're gonna toss it down here. There's probably a better placement for this healing station, but I just keep it in the same spot. They're dashing, guys. They're dashing. It's not good. And they take so long to kill. Okay, let's just step in front of the sniper bot so he doesn't kill our turret. We only have 400 HP. We're gonna have to start thinking about when we're gonna start drifting back. Okay, they're dashing, they're dashing, they're dashing. And once we get back there, I'll try to convey to you guys what you want to do when the robots are dashing in at you. It's really hard because if you think about it, if you're not exactly right on top of your safe and the robot dashes through you, he can get right on top of your safe doing that. So you have to position yourself so you're not in the direct path of where the safe is. Let's move things over here, guys. We got to. Don't hit my turret, no! Okay, are we gonna breach 6 minutes? I don't know if we're gonna make it that far over. We gotta make it to, we don't have any more bosses, so we can't gain our bearings anymore. Oh, Rico's using his super. We don't want to die here. We can take some more damage on the safe. Oh my goodness, this is stressful. Okay, that's gonna be it. 6 minutes, 15 seconds. All right, guys, not quite max keys. I think it's 6 minutes and 30 seconds for max keys. But let's see how many we got by gambling 20 tickets. And we got a star key. Awesome. 640 keys. Imagine key doubler. 12,800 that would have been. So we're going to jump into another gameplay, gambling 20 tickets with the second best team comp that I mentioned before. So Pam, Colt, and Barley. So let's see how we can do. All right, you guys, gambling 20. Let's load them up, guys. Let's load them up. I could just hit the back button. Gosh dang it. Okay, so we're going to hop into it. We switched out the Rico with the Barley, which I said was the second best team comp you can rock. But it seems like Ricochet is always going to be a really solid option. The only reason I would replace Colt with Ricochet is that he has a little bit more consistency with his damage output. Because Barley's shots go a little bit sporadic, if you hit a wall, they'll bounce off. I just like having Colt on the team just a little bit better. But it's totally up to you. It's one of those interchangeable things. If you like on your team a Rico instead of a Colt, that is totally up to you. So let's hop into the next one. Let's see how we can do. Alrighty, guys, hopping straight away. You know, I don't mind the random. Okay, so we're on the same map, I think. No, it's not quite the same. That little L shape is the thing that's throwing it off. But it's really, really close to being the same. But nonetheless, Barley is going to be a great brawler on this map. And we have a nice little nook to place our turret behind two walls. It's going to be perfect. Okay, here we go. Look at that little safe spot for Barley. That's so OP. Eventually he's going to get pushed out of there once like maybe a speedy bot comes around, but that's going to be really good refuge for a good long while in this game. Okay, but like I was saying before, I'm liking the random map selection. It's cool how it switches up like that. I'm digging it, and it makes it more fun with team comps. I feel like before Robo Rumble, when you had actual maps that you knew you were going to jump into, you just kind of like threw on one strategy, you knew what you're jumping into. This way, you don't know what map you're going to go into, so you have to kind of be careful with the team comps that you're selecting, and you need to switch up your team comps, so it's not just so monotonous. And I really dig that about the change. And I haven't seen, I don't think Steel Junction or Pachinko Park are in the rotations anymore. I believe they're all brand new, but I may be mistaken. I haven't played that many today. Okay, here we go. So we have our turret. Let's drop it down. Barley is going to be fine, so we're going to drop it down right over here. We have the boss coming in, the first boss. He looks so small compared to the boss that we just went up against. Alright, awesome. Look at that super. That is why Barley is a dang good brawler to have on your team in Robo Rumble. The super constantly hits them. It hits them for more than one time when they're standing in the puddle. And the boss can get distracted by brawlers on your team. So you can keep them in that same spot just to soak up the damage. It's really, really good. Alright, so we're on wave 8. I think it started getting hard around like 5 minutes and 30 seconds. The last game that we played. Okay, let's see. We have a brawler bot right on top of us. Like, if I really wanted to, I could just stand here with Pam in the healing station and I wouldn't die. That's how good Pam is in the earlier rounds. And, you know, just in general, she's going to be a really solid brawler for you guys to play on. Okay. The speedy bot's taking out our turret. We should have just took her out. Okay. Awesome. So we have another... We're just going to drop it down. Just to have another one. I'm just going to try to distract the speedy bot. I feel like that's one thing that people do a little bit wrong in Robo Rumble, is that they hold on to their super for too long. Sometimes like a ricochet, you're like sometimes I see people saving their super for like the boss to come out in the next wave or something like that, or maybe 2 waves in advance. But use your super. You guys, you'll charge up your super a lot during the waves to come. Like that Colt, he's just using it freely. But if like the boss were to come, he'd only need to shoot like 2 shots or 2 rounds and you'll have his super again. So it's sometimes worth it if you're in a pinch just to use that super and get it out there. Alright, so Greg, we're going to keep him in that spot. Look at all that damage. Oh my goodness, Greg went down. But that's okay. Colt and I should be able to finish this off. Okay, awesome. So let's drop down our healing station once we heal up a little bit. You see that? Without the healing station, you see how long it took for us to heal up? The healing station really comes in handy in Robo Rumble, guys. I'm telling you. Okay, here we go. Alright, so I also wanted to kind of talk about some of the kind of outliers, the brawlers that could make it on a team if you kind of organize your team comp a little bit. Some of the not so popular team comps. I've seen Frank be pretty good in Robo Rumble, and I've heard from a lot of people that Frank can be a really good brawler in Robo Rumble. Also, Jesse always has somewhat of a resurgence, or not a resurgence, but like a viability in Robo Rumble. But those guys, I feel like Barley, Colt, Rico, Pam, and the tankier units are always somewhat in place, like the best team comp you can be. It's weird how it works. Okay. But if you guys just want to jump into it, have some fun, try out Frank and Jesse. They're going to be actually pretty decent. And I thought Penny was going to be pretty good for a while too as well. But she's okay. She's not that crazy good. Alright, so it's starting to get, the bots are spawning in like crazy. We have 4 each round now. And our healing station is staying alive. Doesn't help when the speedy bot spawns right there. Greg, or Mr. using the super really well there, taking out or dealing a bunch of damage to 3 different robots. We're gonna wait for our super here. We don't need it quite yet against the boss. And this is the last boss, I believe, that we go up against before it just is mayhem. Okay, we're getting all that damage. We're doing 308 damage. I can't count how many times, but it's a lot. Pam is OP, guys. Pam is OP. Alright, and that should do it. Sweet. Let's toss down our healing station. Gain some ground. Oh no! Don't take out my turret. We're going to tank that damage because the turret is more important at this point. No, Barley! Oh, we should be able to hold it down, though. That's the nice thing about going through the next waves following the boss, is you can gain your ground, get your bearings. Only 2 bots spawn every single time after the robot. Alright, so Greg is back. Hopefully he gets in his little nook. We're going to have to start retreating once the waves start getting a little bit more intense during these few waves. 5 minutes and 30 seconds. That's when it starts getting hard, guys. And we're going to have to retreat back to our safe here soon. Oh my goodness. The speedy bot spawned right on top. Oh, we're going down. This is not good. Yes, good job, mister. That was a good super. That was a good super. Come on, we got to spawn in. Don't stand directly on top of the safe. Okay. Oh my goodness. We got a lot of speedy bots coming in as well. Let's throw down our... Let's take out... Oh my goodness, I don't know what's going on. Good super, Greg. Good super, Greg. There's nothing we can do. We just got to take them out. No, we're dead. Come on, Greg. No. 6 minutes and 16 seconds. 1 second better than the last game that we played. Let's see how many keys we get. Let's see. 640, same exact amount. Alright, so I hope you all enjoyed the video, guys. I hope it was helpful for you guys. Make sure to try out the team comps that you saw in the video. We only covered 2, but the other ones are going to be very good as well. Try out the tanks if you want to have a little bit more fun. But the 4 that I listed are going to be able to get you close, or if not to max keys. So thank you guys all for watching. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like on it. With that being said, make sure to keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.